Hi, my name is John and welcome to my video channel, and in this series I will choose a topic for each episode, and today the topic is learning programming. Why did I choose this topic as today's the topic for discussion? Because I am a software developer, and right now I am a front-end developer dealing with the JavaScript, the web application, layout, something like that. And I selected 6 questions to answer, and although I'm talking about learning programming, but typically this video is for improving my spoken English. So I will try my best to answer myself questions in this video for training myself to speak English as much as possible, and okay, that's it. Let's get started. And what is programming for me? Programming is about to give instructions to a computer and to make the computer to calculate some result to you, and it's more like you write down some SOP for your tasks. For example, when you are cooking, you have the recipe, and the recipe lists the cooking steps for the work. For example, 1, prepare some fish, pork, or vegetables, and step 2, wash the vegetables, and 3, heat your pan, and 4, put the spices, flavor your dishes, flavor your food or something. Yeah, I hope the explanation is clear, and yeah, and that's what I mean. Write instructions to a computer, and it's about communicate with computers, transfer your thought to a machine. Yeah, that's it. That is programming. And okay, let's go to next question. How long have you learned programming? Honestly, I haven't counted the learning time, so I don't know how long I have learned programming, but roughly about maybe 2 years, I think, if I remember clearly. And okay, let's go to next. Is programming fun? Yes, programming is very fun because when you are programming, when you are coding something, for example, a book, or when you are solving a coding problem like mm, mm, like like you have to calculate some math, or you have to uh, put some data, collecting some data all over the database to combine those data into something that you want to show to your users. You have to think about how to get the data from the database and combine them together. And that is very fun because you have to do that in some constraints. For example, you cannot use the framework, you can only use raw SQL syntax, something like that. And the fun part is, do you know leak code? Coding interview questions website that you can use to do some questions like linked list. You have to implement those steps, those code, and to answer the question to get pass, to get a score. So it is very fun when you are encountering those problems and you have to figure out how to link the object to another object and make them to give you the result that you needed. Yeah, I think that is the fun part. Programming is about solving problems, so you have to analyze and to try your best in spotting the problem. Yeah, that's it. And what inspired you to learn programming? Honestly, I was interested in learning programming since I was a little child. When I was a child, I used to go to the coffee internet bar, and I spent a lot of time playing games and played around the so-called external tools that can help you to get around the game rules and to get the result you want. And at that time I was thinking, well, why the tool, why the tool could achieve the goal, why the tool can change the label. And yes, the learning, the seed of learning programming planted in my heart at the time. Yes. And let's go to the next part. What was the hardest part for you in the learning program? Honestly, I've never felt difficult. I never have been a difficult time during the journey of learning programming. You don't believe me, but that is true. And some people may get stuck in the recursion part, or stuck in the syntax, or something, yeah. But for me, I've never got stuck. Yeah. And let's go next. What suggestions would you like to give beginners? I think the only one suggestion I can give is to learn the basic first. For example, JavaScript, React. Some beginners jump into learning React first, immediately, instead of learn the basic syntax, learn the basic JavaScript. And that is not a good thing, because you have to be very familiar with JavaScript to get into React, because React makes use of many JavaScript specific features. For example, the object reference and the destructor ES6 syntax, and Ajax and Redux, something like that. And you won't be able to master React, and you will get frustrated in learning React. You will get stuck many times if you just jump into learning a framework like React or Vue. Yes, so I think, in my view, the basic is more important than to learn a framework immediately. So, and if you have time, please to read some computer science textbooks to have a certain level of understanding of computer, and it helps. And if you, by the way, you don't have to be a mathematic profession. You can still program, but it will restrict your career, because some kind of job requires you to be good at mathematics. So if you are very familiar with mathematics, congratulations, you can be a very good programmer and you can get a good job because you can be a data scientist or AI developer or something. Yeah, and that's it. I have spent 15 minutes in responding these 6 questions, and I think it's not bad, although I might speak some incorrect sentences or some wrong words, but I think as a starting point, this video is quite good because this is my first step in recording my process of learning English, process of improving my spoken English, and that's quite good. And I think I will be better if I keep learning and recording in English. Yes.